actually use it.
We shouldn't be talking off camera.
I know.
All
of our convo. All right, you might just need to scooch in a little.
I can do that. I did bring all the cozy toes that I dyed.
Perfect. I meant to remind you.
Should I go even more?
This isn't bad.
Isn't bad at all.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome to another episode of the LegacyKnitz Podcast. My name is Chelsea.
My name is Sue.
I am the daughter mother.
Grandmother, mother, grandmother.
All of the things. And we are coming to you from northern Vermont. Specifically, my basement, where I sit to do my morning streams.
Just so nice.
And work. Yeah.
I know. It's very cozy. I feel like we need to listen to me. We need to set up a table and start planting.
Agreed. We could use that. Like, we could take the dehydrator off of it and just...
What are we going to do for lights?
I have grow lights. Because remember I tried last year and failed miserably.
Kind of, sort of, not really.
Yeah, I failed.
All right, that's going to be why is it going red? Oh, because it's filming.
It's filming.
Okay, that is going to be a Saturday.
A Saturday, I think we should.
I want to do herbs because I'm going to have window boxes outside my kitchen.
That is going to be a game changer.
I'm so excited.
I love that. Well, okay, so welcome to anybody coming back and welcome to any new viewers. We are the dye team behind the Legacy Fiber Arts yarn dyeing company and obviously the LegacyKnitz Podcast. And what else?
We're both really tired today. We don't know why.
It has to be a universe thing because today on my live I asked, I was like, is anybody else feeling this or is this like localized to my situation? And a lot of people were like, Michelle actually was like, I felt that way Monday and Tuesday, but she was feeling more energy today. So I think there's something about this week that is...
Well, interesting, because I hadn't worked in like 3 days. Took the weekend. I really have been working hard on taking the weekend. And so yesterday we had a lot of orders because we just restocked the entire shop, which is so exciting. Is today Wednesday?
Today's Wednesday.
So Monday, I think I dyed all the cozy toes that we needed pictures for. And then yesterday, I dyed a lot of the orders that came in. And I went to the grocery store. I feel like...
You had a day.
I know. Thank you for saying that, because I feel like, is this an aging thing that I can't go to the grocery store and work?
Are you kidding me? This morning, I literally was like, we have a busy day today.
I love it.
I have a chiropractor's appointment. And then I like searched my mind and I was like, I'm going to the chiropractor.
I totally understand that. My friends and I always joke like, oh, it's a busy week. I have a haircut on Thursday.
100%.
Yeah.
There's one thing on that calendar. I'm like, prepare yourself.
Yes. So I did not take my time for rest yesterday, which I've been really working on. And I was exhausted.
It's a game changer.
I was exhausted because I kept going to sit down. I just needed my body to sit down for 10 minutes to like fall back into place. And so I woke up this morning like, I don't feel good. I'm really tired.
Yeah. Is the world ending?
Is it ending?
Oh my God. Yeah. I get that. I was up at 4 a.m. because I thought I heard a door close in the house.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, and so I but then I was like, shoot, was I dreaming? But that's a weird thing to dream. And so I checked the kids because Charlie will sometimes like wake up super early, come out, peek and see.
Oh, okay.
And then if none of our lights are, like the doors aren't open, the lights aren't on,
she'll go back.
Close the door and go back to bed. But it looked like she had been settled in her bed for quite some time and Lily hadn't gotten up. So I was like,
ghosts.
We're either being haunted, which honestly, I would prefer that to an intruder.
Same.
Like, come on in, ghosts.
Same.
Just come right on in.
Same.
But so I was up for a while just waiting to see, because what if someone came in and they were lurking? So I was like watching the iPad for an extra 10 minutes thinking like, they're just waiting for me to go back to bed so they'll come out.
So I've had a similar but quite different experience where I was in the kitchen. I've been doing this a lot lately. I was in the kitchen and I keep looking up, like as if I see something out of the corner of my eye.
This isn't a dream or for real?
No, for real.
For real, okay.
My dreams are just
great. You've always been a crazy dreamer.
Oh my Lord! I wish I had a dream analysis team.
You would need a team.
They're fantastic. They're fantastic. And I'm finally back to that. I'm finally sleeping. That's probably why I'm actually dreaming. But no, you know how they say when you think you see something out of the corner of your eye, it could be like a spirit?
Is that what they say?
I heard that a long time ago. I haven't heard it recently. And I kept doing it in the dining, like, you know, from like the kitchen table into the dining room. And I was like, why do I keep looking up? And then in the living room the other day, I kept doing it. I know. So who knows? I'm open to it.
I was going to say, I feel like as long as they're not malicious or vengeful, I feel like they could be a protecting spirit.
I feel like it isn't a thing because we've been there long enough to have...
You would have had an experience by now.
Or an awareness.
Yes,
but
I agree.
Then again, I feel like I'm just coming back to life.
I know.
So maybe I haven't noticed it.
Well, we'll keep you posted.
Yeah, we'll keep you posted on our
extra... No, not extraterrestrial. What is it called?
I don't know. I'm too tired.
You know what we're talking about.
You all know. Look at, we're both working on... Oh my gosh. Mine
Jelly roll blankets. This will be our thumbnail.
Mine is the fingering weight and yours is the DK. I think right when we sat down and I saw your heavenly DK, I thought I might start mine over.
Listen,
I'm
because
okay with
you've
it.
been thinking about it, I would say do it.
Just because I love the process. Maybe I'll bind this off and have it as a toddler. I'm not going to get rid of it. Yeah, I'm not going to get rid of it. But I think I might just end it and start over.
Have it be a baby blanket for someone.
It could, I had thought of that. It could be.
It's not that small though. That's the thing. It's like right in between being a big blanket and a small blanket.
It's kind of good floor blanket for like
for sure
your tummy time. I forgot what you even call it.
Yeah, tummy time. You're right. Yeah, my DK weight one is huge, and I was telling Mom this is going to be my last stripe because I did not even realize how big it was until I took it out again. Gigantic, and I want to have it on my bed.
But do you think you want it to cover your whole bed?
No, just me.
Oh.
Just my side.
I want it to cover your whole bed.
I'm really territorial when it comes to my blankets.
Yeah, I'm thinking more for the aesthetic.
The aesthetic of it, I know. Well, here's the thing. I'm not going to do any kind of special bordering. I'm just going to stop.
So you can just stop, use it.
Yep. Pick it up maybe next winter or something and add on.
I like it.
But for the foreseeable future, I'll be done after this.
I like that.
Stripe.
I feel like, was it Molly who did that with her Cozy Memories for a while?
Could have been.
Somebody did that and left it so that they could pick it up if they wanted to. My Cozy Memories. We have got to do a blanket podcast.
We really do.
We
Just
do.
because we have so many on the go.
I have so many.
I know. Me too.
And My Cozy Memories probably needs 10 more squares at the most.
So you're like at this stage with your Cozy Memory blanket.
I should probably pull that out. Because I feel like I probably won't hang here for a long time because I'm considering going to Costco's. But again, I'm super tired. I really just want to go home and play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we have to do homeschool after this, so that's kind of my plan.
Okay.
But also, before we are off the topic of our Jelly Roll blankets, I have to send a big thank you to Brenda, if you're watching this, for sending me these beautiful signature needles. I had been talking either last podcast or the podcast before about how I was thinking of buying a pair, but they were all out. And she messaged me and she was like, I have them here. I don't plan on picking them up again. Would you like them? And so generously gifted and shipped them to me. So Brenda.
So generous.
Thank you so much.
So generous. And we also got a beautiful package. I'm not going to share the name, because I forgot the card at home. And I also don't like to without making sure, because it was a very special box that was sent to us. And it had so much meaning and it was so thoughtful. So you know who you are. Thank you so much. The Pez were a huge hit.
Huge hit.
We came on Sunday and the girls were so excited. I had to insist that it wasn't from me because I had to keep explaining it to them. I didn't want to take credit where credit wasn't due. And Charlie promptly ate a lot of Pez.
A whole sleeve of Pez.
She was crazy.
It was whirling dervish.
It was insane. Like, and you were like, oh, the Pez. And I'm like, oh, I forget that sugar has that effect.
So do I, until it starts happening, and then I have to backtrack. And I'm like, oh.
But Everything in that package was so special, and thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It was so thoughtful, so thoughtful. Yeah.
So, today it's beautiful out. It's 40 degrees, sunny.
Warmer here than up at us.
You guys are just that much farther north where it does stay colder a little bit.
It's still
longer.
warm. The ground is melting. It's the darn wind, which, big announcement, new roof is coming tomorrow.
How long have you been roofless, do you think?
Well, we're so far from roofless, but I like that vision.
Yeah.
It's been a while, a month.
I would say about a month, yeah.
A month. And it's really been fine. There's no leaking, thank God, because they immediately put a tarp up. There was only one area that was leaking.
Yes, they aren't actually roofless. Like the visual I get is just like just an open cardboard box.
No, we're shingleless in areas, not the whole roof. But the tarp has been making us crazy because of the wind. It flaps really, really, really loud.
And it's right by where your bedroom is.
It's our bedroom.
Yeah.
And so that's the part that's been, it hasn't bothered me as much as it's bothered Dad that it's not done yet.
Really?
Yeah, I've been kind of like, oh, so what? The tarp's okay.
I thought it was keeping you from sleeping.
Oh, the tarp part, yes.
Yes. Oh, okay,
Oh,
okay,
no,
okay.
no, I'm sorry.
More
the
the
actual roof
issue.
itself
Yes,
and the need to get that new roof on. Like, minus the tarp, like, whatever. They're coming.
We're alive.
They're coming.
Yeah.
We didn't die.
Right.
So that's coming tomorrow, and it's going to be really annoying. I'm really grateful. They say one day.
I think it will be fine, and it'll be done, and it'll be fine.
It's going to be loud. And I have
You can always come back here tomorrow.
I would. I have a phone call that I have to go on.
No.
That I don't want to change.
Yeah.
I'll sit in my car.
I was just gonna say, go sit in the car.
Sit in my
It'll
car.
be nice and warm.
Unless it makes Winnie absolutely insane, then I might come down and bring her. If it makes her insane, but
we would
she's
gladly.
been so good.
That's so good.
So good.
Our
Yeah.
little Winsters.
She's really maturing.
She's a little love.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've been knitting like crazy.
I kind of have been, and I kind of haven't been. I was saying this morning, I am in this vanilla zone.
I'm not.
Oh, I'm so zone vanilla, so I'm glad that you're here because you can show us something a little more interesting than all of my vanilla.
I have 3 really interesting things. Now, I say that. Sitting here right now, as tired as I am, this is heaven. Knitting on this blanket. So I totally get it. I do have to look at that. It's Dave Stokes texting.
David Stokes.
That's so unusual.
I know, which is why you have to answer it.
Oh, do you want me to drop off all the orders at the post office? Yes, please.
Yes, please, postal man.
He is our postal delivery system.
Postal delivery system. That's him.
And let's just say it's because he wants to go get a coffee.
Good for him.
So yeah,
I say yes.
I would say 80% of the orders that came in are being shipped out right now, and tomorrow I think the rest will go out.
Perfect.
Maybe not. We keep getting new ones.
I know. Well, so we should just say now, the shop is back to full capacity. We have restocked all of our colorways just before we get into the nitty gritty. That way, if you've been dying to shop for some yarn, head down, click on the link in our bio, in the description box, and you can shop all of our yarn, and including a ton of Cozy Toes, which is super exciting.
I am so excited. We'll talk about the restock. We usually do this at the end, but it's really not about selling. It's about talking about...
Yeah, just letting you know it's there.
Yeah, and how I feel about it and how we feel about it. Cozy Toes.
Honestly, just the fact that we have Cozy Toes back in the shop makes my heart so happy.
Same.
So I'm also going to take this off. I'm sweating.
It's warm. These are the ones, and I think there's more, but these are the ones that we needed pictures of.
So this is Kirk. This is one of our, I would say probably our all-time most popular colorway. Kirk.
Yes.
Sweet Shop, Dinner Mints, probably one of my favorites.
Yes, and that is the one that Sandy shows the socks all the time, and I always feel so bad because we don't have any in the shop. So now we do.
Plenty in stock. Succulent. So pretty.
Love Succulent. Sweet Shop. This, I think, is my favorite.
Oh, it's so good.
It is so delicious. Skittles.
Skittles. All about the speckles for me.
Oh my gosh, I love Skittles.
And then Wonder, which was our colorway of the year last year.
an Imaginarium.
Imaginarium,
the year
which was
before.
the year before.
I think Curiouser and Curiouser. I haven't done pictures yet. But we might have had pictures.
We might have. There's a good chance.
So, yeah.
So, and for anybody who's new, sorry, I keep cutting you off.
No.
Cozy Toes is our cashmere base. So it's merino, cashmere, and nylon.
And so I want to talk about it for a few minutes because it was really hard closing down the shop and reopening the shop. Because part of me thought, well, why don't we just start fresh? Enough of the old colors. I am so glad we didn't.
I love our old colors.
Our old colors are so classic. They are so, like, they're kind of like the base of our whole operation is how it feels. And I love dyeing them, and they hold up. And it would have been like recreating the wheel for no reason.
Right.
And I'm so happy that I'm happy we took the time to sit back and not have a full shop because I couldn't have managed it at all.
Much, yeah.
We couldn't have done it. So I am so thrilled to be dyeing these colorways. I feel like they will never leave.
These ones. So they're definitely not every single colorway. Like we weeded through
shows, yeah.
And we picked the ones that sold the best, that aesthetically we thought really, like you said, stood this test of time.
Stood the test of time. I wanted to make sure I enjoyed the dye process. There was a few that I was like, nope. I didn't like dyeing those. And that, after a while, that reads. Like,
totally.
It makes a difference for me. So I really didn't want, I couldn't even tell you the colors, but there was a handful that I was like, no, I really don't like dyeing those. Let's skip that one. Yeah, and then the mohair's back in. That's all back in stock. Now, having said that, we don't have a room full of all this yarn.
No, it's all ordered to dye. Dye to order. And when that happens, I dye extra. So we have a little bit of a build-up on colorways that I know people are going to continue to dye. But having said that, I still dye them within a day or two, and you get them faster than most. Yes.
So don't feel like, oh no, I don't want to wait, because you're really not waiting. So I am so happy. I'm so happy having those colors back.
Same.
Because they're so versatile. They're so... We should talk about my sweater.
We have to talk about your sweater.
I don't know the name of it.
Oh, no. I'll put it on the screen if I can find it.
So Mina designed this, and I test knit it for her. And it is so delicious. And I forget I have it. And the pattern only goes down here. Then it's regular. Does it go around the back? It does.
It's stunning.
It's very basket weave-ish.
Yeah.
Without being
But
dated.
not. Yeah.
It's more like plaid.
Yes, I would agree with that. It's like plaid if plaid were a texture and not a color pattern.
Yes, it's very plaid. It's the I wanna be a dentist.
Yep.
And it's one of my favorite neutral sweater colorways. One of my favorites. So just because I knew we were gonna sign off and everyone would be like, what is that sweater?
What in the world are
Which
you
we still haven't really answered that question. So
we did. We just don't know it yet. It was on the screen.
I hope I know somewhere.
I'll just look at Mina. I'll find it.
You'll find it. It was quite a while ago.
It was. And I am wearing my finest men's long sleeve t-shirt.
With your Old Navy.
With my Gap cardigan that everybody thinks that I knit. But I didn't. I purchased it. But I do have my Ana Luisa jewelry on.
Oh, good for you. I don't. I keep forgetting about mine that I love.
I wear Ana Luisa jewelry without exception every single day.
You do. I love how you've embraced that. Like, it's not just to promote. You really, really, really love it.
I do. I love it so much. Yeah. It makes me feel put together.
Yeah.
The only time I don't wear it is in the gym, just due to, like, God forbid anything were to happen and jewelry were to catch.
Yeah.
But the minute I get home and I'm ready for my day,
you put it on. I love it.
On it goes.
I love it.
Yeah.
So,
should we start talking knitting projects? So we already talked about Jelly Roll Blanket, K. Jones. Again, it'll be linked down below. I think I have a project page for mine. I don't have a good formula. Like, I don't have a formula. You just follow the pattern. And then for DK weight, just use DK weight yarn and up your needle size to get a gauge that you like. And typically it calls for 20 stitches.
And you were all over the map, and that's
everywhere.
what makes it so gorgeous.
So the only place that I could show you that can really like kind of relay the type is like this section specifically. So you can see there's a really skinny one right here, big one here, a medium one here. I just kind of went to town playing.
I love that about you. This is really sad. I wouldn't have even thought to do that.
Do you know what it is? I think it's that I get bored.
Yes, I
and
love
I'm like,
it.
this is just a little way that I can switch it up and make it
And you're
different.
using string lights.
String Light Repair Shop is my color of the moment.
Repair
I don't
shop.
even have the cake.
I don't even know what
yes, I do. Here's String Light Repair Shop.
I feel like this feels like a very old school podcast.
It does, and I really like,
I like it.
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot. Okay, so we have babies coming.
We do. Oh my God. It's like, what? Yes. In the family.
In the family.
Not me.
Not Ben and
Not
Kristen.
Mom.
Not me.
Yeah.
We have babies coming from my nephew and my cousin's daughter.
Yes.
And I love them both. And we had a whole podcast on how, baby knits, they're ridiculous. And
We did?
I think we talked about, I said like, the amount of time it takes, they only wear them like 2 times.
Yeah, I think we did.
Well, that's all thrown away.
Yeah, forget about it.
Forget about it.
We changed our minds, and that is okay.
That is okay. I think we're supposed to change our minds.
I agree.
So, I also got brave and went to the local yarn shop.
Which I
What
can't
a
wait.
yarn.
I finally answered her DM on Instagram, and I was like, I can't wait to meet you.
I know. We had I love Katie. She's lovely. It's this small but mighty shop. It's
I'm excited
5
to
minutes
visit
away
it.
down the road
You
from me.
totally lucked out with proximity to Yarn Shop.
Yes, and she has so many good things. I am a Malabrigo girl.
I love Malabrigo.
I know. When I worked at the yarn shop, I spent every paycheck on Malabrigo.
A lot of sweaters, I feel like. You knit.
I
Yeah.
love Malabrigo. I love working with it. And I also needed to use something besides our yarn.
So important.
I know. I really, and all my projects I'm going to show you are not our yarn. I kind of went back to my roots of knitting, which was, I know, I got 2 of them. Okay, was Malabrigo and then Earthy Crunchy yarn. And oh my gosh, so.
Holy cow, that's adorable.
It's very dark. So
the collar.
shawl collar, the directions are so fantastic.
Are they?
So fantastic.
Look at the pockets.
They look at the pockets, which needs to still be
blocked out.
like sewn because I did the patches. Has arm patches. I feel the next one you're going to see a little better because it's not as dark.
Do you remember the name of the pattern?
Yes, Elevenses.
Elevenses.
11Zs. It's like The Hobbit, isn't it? I should know. I
could
read
be.
that in my day. 11Zs by Lisa Chemery. I don't even know. It's all in pieces. I'm a paper pattern girl.
Nothing. No shame in that game.
Nope. And I did the 18 months, which I overthink.
So we also should say both babies are coming in the late spring / summer.
Yes. So this is really for the following year. I don't think either of the young ladies watch.
I don't think so either.
Okay. So you saw that one. All done. Just needs the pockets.
I love the elbow patches. I'm so glad you did that.
I am too.
They're such a cute detail.
They are. It's so much fun. And feel this. I have to block it. I'm a little.
Oh, it's so.
I know. And I'll show you the buttons I bought.
You already got buttons for
Yes,
it?
because Katie had buttons.
What kind of needles does Katie carry?
Knitter's Pride, but she's going heavy into Chowgu.
Yes,
I know.
Katie.
I know. I think I'm going to go to Chowgu. Then look at this one.
Oh my! Have you started the pockets yet?
No, the pockets are done.
Like the outer facing. I love the texture of the pocket.
So this yarn is again Malabrigo Diana. This one is, I forgot the name. Darn it. I can, if you text me later, I'll send it to you. Shawl collar. Again, remember when you said to me, Mom, a shawl collar? Ooh.
Well,
as
just
far as,
process
right,
wise.
as far as the process. And I was like, no, the directions are so good.
I'm going to have to read them because I wonder
Yes.
if I can translate them over to adult.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? Not
You
even
could.
translate them over, but just like take how they wrote it.
You know what? This is the first time that I've really understood the short rows, and I got it.
Yeah.
Where, like, I can do short rows, I can follow a pattern, but I wasn't seeing the construction.
Yeah.
Like how the construction, how it's building. Probably really not right of me, but I see it now. I totally
it's a hard
see
thing.
it. What I will encourage you is I'm someone that doesn't keep markers in. I assume that I don't need markers.
Same.
Leave your markers in when you do your buttonholes.
Okay.
Or not even buttonholes, the button band. When you're picking up your stitches, there's 4 markers. 4 markers? 4 markers, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Use them all. Don't take them out. Don't take them out until you're sure you've got it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, all I have to do is put on the sleeves.
And this is a worsted weight pattern.
Worsted weight.
What size needles did you use? Or are you using?
6s, 7s for like ribbing, 8s for the body.
Nice.
And I think it's a good size sweater.
Mm-hmm.
I don't look at it.
I think it will last a long time.
I think you could wear this sweater for a good couple years, unless you have a baby, which Nick and Grace might, because Nick's a big guy.
Yeah.
Look at this is upside down. Everything's falling out.
Oh, was that your project? I thought it was a sweatshirt
Oh no, that's
for a
the
minute.
sweater. That's the sweater. Okay. So then I went, and the last visit I had with Katie, because you have to be really careful with Malabrigo. Like, they look the same. You've got to bring them into good light. It's really hard, and I didn't want to alternate. Now, on the other one, I alternated.
So you didn't for this one, you did for
Yes.
that one. I knew you were for that one. I didn't realize
Yes,
you didn't for
and it
this.
was very easy because it's just back and forth.
Yeah.
So you do 2 rows, bring it up, and then I'd forget and bring it up more. But, so for this one, the shawl part has a little more blue in it, which I'm fine with. I just didn't want to have the line for the sleeve. So I went back and got another ball that looked better.
Okay.
And then used this. I love the darker collar. I love everything about it. And then I have enough left over. I might make a fun cap. I don't know. I'm not a baby hat maker. So we're going to have to. My friend Maureen is a baby hat maker. She could tell me in a minute.
Do they have any baby hat patterns that go, like, complement that sweater? Because sometimes designers will do that.
I should look.
Might be worth looking.
Okay, so then, where do you see these? Holy cow.
I'm so excited. Also, look at these bags.
I know.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
I know. I try not to take bags, but I needed them for buttons. They're leather.
Oh my
The classic leather.
Oh my God. Those are going to be so perfect. And you're using the same ones for both sweaters?
Both.
Obsessed.
Yeah, both. I can't decide who to give which. They're very similar, both the girls.
They are.
Like, they're very, like
earthy crunchy, but also like practical, open-minded.
Yeah.
Like, they do have very similar like auras to them.
yes, I would say. So I don't know. I love them both equally. I'm going to go get some Oshkosh overalls.
Best gift ever. Let's
I
just
know.
say it.
I hope. Then I was like, is this like when you're their age? Because they're younger than you. Not a lot, but enough.
Yeah.
At their age, they're like, oh yeah, Grandma made me a sweater.
I don't think so.
I hope not, because you know how we feel about knit goods.
I feel like that would be, like, we didn't do this, but I think now seeing these and knowing them, I could see those being like sweaters that they wear for their 1-year-old photo shoot. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I could see them styled really nice with like some leather little boots.
I think they're super cool sweaters.
They are. And they're going to super cool people.
And they're super cool yarn.
Yeah.
That's the big thing, I think. I'm going to lose my buttons. So, I've had so much fun. And honestly, you can make one of these sweaters if you've got a lot of time in a weekend.
And if you're monogamous, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Although I wasn't monogamous. Because then I had to start my sweater.
Wait, hang on. Which one is this? The cabled one? Okay, that's what I thought.
I got to go to my other local yarn shop, which is Musselburgh Yarn. And, of course, I didn't bring the yarn.
Holy cow.
Oh, this is so bad. Except it's on this one, and this one is repeated.
What does that mean, though?
It means it's on each side, so whichever side this one is on
will correspond.
Oh, that was so scary.
Goodness.
So feels like an old school podcast. Like when we were in my office on 85 Zoe, we'd be like,
those were the best podcasts.
Oh, they were the best. Remember when we discovered, or I discovered, I did something totally wrong, or thought I did?
Yeah.
And I had the look on my face, and we were horrified, and we were like looking.
I am pretty sure there were moments like that in each and every podcast.
Anyways, it is I really do think she's my favorite designer.
Michelle Wang.
Mm-hmm.
She's amazing.
This is the back. Look at this.
I can't believe how far you've gotten.
I know. Who was saying? Sharon was saying this morning, Sue, you're so fast. I feel like cabled sweaters go really fast.
Do you know what it is? It's because you are concentrating on chunks at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And I even find that with color work when you're working on a chart, it just like motors you through it.
It does. And it's interesting, and I don't know. I am enjoying it. Come to find out, I made up my own pattern for this part.
Oh, yeah. I want to see it.
Yeah.
Because you told me.
It's supposed to look like a
this
hourglass.
right here?
Yeah. Like, look at, and I kept getting to it going, this doesn't feel right.
It's really pretty.
I think I like it better. I think the hourglass would have been a little distracting. Where this is just a subtle, like, I don't know, made it up.
Oh my God. Also, can we talk about the yarn?
Yeah, we could if I knew what it was. It's Ella Ray. I know that.
Ella
Next podcast, I will have I can't believe I forgot that. I believe the hardest thing about knitting sweaters and going to a local shop is it's so hard to get a sweater's quantity of yarn, which is so understandable. Like, I totally get it.
Yeah, you're not going to stock 3 sweaters quantities of yarn, assuming anyone's going to come in and get it.
Right.
Yeah.
But this year, so Jen was there. Jen, it was so lovely. I felt like I went somewhere and I knew someone, which is so unusual.
So unusual. Yep.
It actually never, ever, ever happened.
But now you have Jen, and now you have Katie.
I could
right
run
down the
into
road.
Katie at the grocery store.
You totally could.
You never know. Never know. So it's an Ella Ray. I believe it's a DK weight.
Ooh, okay.
Which it's supposed to be a worsted weight.
This is okay. I'm remembering now. You brought it and you were like, "I got DK. Does it look worse?"
Yeah,
I love the fabric it's making.
I love the drape.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I had used like a classic worsted, it would be stiffer, which I like in a pullover. This is a cardigan.
Cardigan, very different.
And I will show you the picture. 2 more inches, and I get to go in for the underarm.
The underarm shaping.
And I'm dying to make a sleeve. That's the other thing. Cabled sweaters. Sleeve island doesn't exist.
Because you're still working cables.
Cabling. Most often you're cabling. Okay. Also, Heather, the feathered nest, gifted that. So gorgeous.
I love my pet.
She's the best. So I want to show a picture.
Did you see she sent us a message on Instagram thanking us for the yarn?
I might have. I think I did.
I responded last night.
Oh, good. Oh, we're the worst. Okay. So there you go. I don't think there's
I can also put it on the screen. I can go to the if you just tell me the name of it.
But look at that.
Here, can I actually see it?
Yeah. I am
so freaking good.
I've so re-fallen in love with knitting.
Same.
Like, it's all I want to do. Well, I say it's all I want to do, but then I go over and do a floss toss and go, it's all I want to do. Because I really do want to do both. I kind of go, I was going 2 weeks for projects. Like with my stitching, I would work on something for 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, I remember you telling me this.
I can't knit and stitch.
Yes, I understand that. Because I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, I've done little things and I can, but again, I think I'm so engrossed right now. That's all I want to do.
I love it because I knit while I read. But again, I'm on vanilla. I'm in a vanilla zone right now, so I can.
I did with the baby sweaters.
You read with those baby sweaters? That's impressive.
Because there's a lot of areas where you're just stockinette or cabling.
Oh, okay.
We will have to talk about reading.
Yes, we will, because
and watching.
Ooh, okay. I'm very excited.
I literally feel like I'm coming back to life.
Oh my gosh,
I know.
yes!
I feel like after the holidays was so hard.
Yeah, it takes a long time to bounce back.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So any more knitting you'd like to share?
Well, I wanted to share. Where did I put? Oh, I hope she's. Oh, thank goodness she isn't here. Okay, so.
Oh, of course. This is not mindless.
This is not It isn't. It isn't though. You'd be surprised. I not recently, but was told about these emotional support chicken pattern by, I think it's like the Knitting Tree or something like that. I will confirm on the screen. And it's a worsted weight pattern, but I had DK weight. And so I was like, I'm just going to change the needle size.
Of course, for things like that, of course.
But I do want to knit ones that are worsted weight too, because I love how big they'll probably be.
To look at what we have. Like I can dye you up some, because the hand-dyed yarn on that is fantastic.
Stunning, right? Yeah. And I feel like plaid flannel, what is that what it's called?
I have to dye some of that for Caitlin.
If you want to throw a worsted weight skein
worsted?
in there, that would be awesome.
Okay.
Because I feel like, that those like the white and gray flecks with like, if you have like a candy apple, like really rich, like having all of the other pops being really rich.
The only hard part if you go worsted is the minis in between.
Oh yeah, because we don't have worsted minis.
No. Would DK work?
I think it would adjust. It's okay. We can figure it out.
I was going to say maybe a DK and a fingering together
double.
For that.
I think we could do that.
Yeah.
But, so I haven't quite finished yet, as you can see. She's still splayed open. But I did stitch up the neck. I have all the little accessories on.
Oh, it's so freaking cute.
I sewed up the tail feathers, and now all I have to do is take this bottom panel, we'll stuff it obviously, and then take the panel and sew it on.
You're gonna just like mattress stitch it?
I believe so, okay. Yes. So there's
mattress
a great
stitch is so clean.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I did here.
Yeah, so clean.
I think I made this too small.
You think? You can't stretch it? I
can, but I also don't want the chicken to be like, do you know what I mean?
Did they give you measurements?
Well, so they gave you stitch count and everything, but I was knitting this while we were hanging out on Sunday, and Ben and Kristen were here, and
I don't know.
Do you think I got it?
I think you do.
So maybe I'll try this, and if it doesn't work, I'll cut it out.
I think you've got it. I really do.
You know, I think you're right. I think I've got it. She is always right. She has this like magical ability to just like know, like your eyeballs just see knitting and they're like calculating.
That's my secret power.
I know.
I don't know why.
I know. So turns out I don't, because look at this.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, it actually does work really well. So I'm going to stuff this tonight. I originally was going to knit these for the girls for Easter, but of course I can't not knit on things in front of. I love telling them about what I'm working on.
I know. And
they're so freaking cool.
Yeah, honestly, I have it too. Dad has it worse. Like to not share something. It's so hard.
Justin and I have never had a Christmas where we've made it to Christmas with our gifts for each other.
I mean,
we haven't done gifts in a long time, but still.
It's all right. It's also, I was going to say something about that, and I don't know what it was. Oh, this is the only trap I get sucked into. Once I say it out loud to someone, then I stop working on it.
If this were for anyone but the kids, that would happen to me.
Yeah. There's something about putting it out, then all of a sudden I like put it down.
And you're like, yeah, I made that for you. Don't you remember?
Yeah. Honestly, I do it. I have to catch myself and go, no, don't say that out loud or you will never finish it.
I get that.
Yeah,
I really do get that. So anyways, would highly recommend. There are wrap and turns, a lot of wrap and turns.
I totally understand them.
But they're very simple, and I know probably people are going to be like, yeah, right.
Do you do the German?
I did not for these.
I love the German one. That's a game changer for me.
But I had no gaps, like the instructions are so incredibly clear and easy to follow. And there's a video tutorial. It's like an hour and 20 minutes long, but they take you from beginning to bitter end.
I get
with
so
knitting this.
bored with tutorials. I'm always like, could you just tell me what I need to know and stop all the extra words?
What I did, because I didn't need tutorials up until it came to sewing it together, because I wanted to know what technique they use because it looked so good. So I just literally scrubbed the video, which basically means just dragging the mouse so you can see what's happening. And then I found the spot where it looked like they were going to start sewing. I
have such a hard time with too many words.
Yeah, I get that.
It's like, get to the point. Even Dad will do it, and I want to be like, can you tell me the end?
How does he not know this about you?
No.
He doesn't know this.
No, he doesn't. So,
it's a struggle. I understand.
It's a struggle. Especially when you work from home. And
when you
don't
both work from home.
Yes, and you don't have a lot of other people to talk to. Yes.
I can fully understand
And
that.
again, just tell me the end. Don't leave me in suspense, and then we'll backtrack.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, we can backtrack.
I'll ask the questions you want to answer, but just tell me what the end goal is.
Yes, exactly.
I've also been Musselburgh insane.
Everyone is.
This is my reading knitting, so I have to have one on the needles. This is Breathe. This is our 2024 colorway of the year in our Cozy Toes. I'm not sure if this camera will pick it up, but there's a gorgeous halo. The Cozy Toes for a project like this
for a muscle
is the only option, is what I'm telling you. I have this one on the needles, and I also have I Love Me More, but it's upstairs. I'll put a picture in here so you can see what the colorway looks like worked up.
And our friend Denise she's doing a lot of helical knitting with the sock pattern, and now she's doing a Musselburgh.
I think I saw that on her Instagram.
Or going to be something.
Something like that.
It is such, and I think it's an old pattern. Is it an old
It's
pattern?
a super old pattern.
Yeah. I saw because it's Ysolda Teague, right? She had something on Instagram about it. It's so pretty.
It's just the perfect.
I love it.
It's Natalie said this. Natalie Hildebrand. She was like, it's the perfect blank canvas to display a gorgeous hand-dyed yarn.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And you made Dad one out of Wannabe.
This color,
He loves it.
I'm so happy to hear that.
He has it on. He wears a hat every day.
It felt like a really practical, because I know he wears a hat.
And he wears a store-bought hat. You don't wear a store-bought hat when you have a daughter and a wife who has a yarn dyeing business.
And never stop knitting. For a moment of their lives.
And how could you even think of paying money for that?
Doesn't make any sense.
When we can make you a $500 one out of cashmere. And it won't even faze us.
What? No. We will spend all of our time doing it. We will neglect everything else in our lives, and we will knit you a hat.
Yes, and he truly loves it.
I'm so glad to hear that.
He does.
That makes me so happy.
A lot of it has to do with you made it, I'll be honest.
Well, daughters get that privilege.
They do. I don't think you could have handled having a sister, or he could have handled having another daughter. He couldn't have focused on anyone else. He wouldn't have been able to.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank God the boys were boys.
Thank goodness.
What
would I have done?
You would have struggled.
It would have been hard.
Would have been nice for Jake, because being a middle child, he would have had his own thing.
True.
But no.
No, it wouldn't have worked.
And I think, oh my gosh, your brothers love you so much. Like, to have two brothers.
I think that's just it. It's like, I would have loved having I'm sure it would have, not a big deal, but because I now have hindsight, and like, we did have such a great childhood, and I love them
brothers,
so much.
Yes.
I can't imagine having anything but them.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. All right.
I'm trying to think. So I had one more project that I finished
Show me.
up. Well, I can't show you because Lily's wearing them right now. She hasn't taken them off since the moment they came off my needles. She wears them to bed.
I love that.
I'm not even gonna. So I'll put a picture here as I'm talking. I made her a pair of DK Scrap. Are you sensing a theme? Scrappy DK Way Legacy Fiber Arts leg warmers. I didn't follow a pattern. I will try my best to put the formula of like what I did. It's very simple. There's so easy.
She loves them.
She is obsessed with them.
She loves them.
And I started knitting Charlie, which I need to finish these ones for her. Yes. This is out of our Fearless colorway, which we also need to talk about that before the end, because February is coming to a close.
February's coming to a close.
But here is one of Charlie's leg warmers in our Fearless colorway that we are teaming up with Boston Jen. We dyed this up, and 50% of the proceeds through February, go to the Fearless Living, I believe it's Foundation. So there will be a link where you can either directly donate, or if you want to donate and get a little bit of yarn, you can grab a skein of this. We will have it fully stocked before this goes up.
Yes. And if you happen to be going in to buy it and there's none there, just give us a heads up.
Shoot us an email. We try our best to stay on top of things, but listen, you know who we are if you've been here for a while.
Yes.
It's not our strong suit.
It's not. We don't claim it is.
No.
I was going to say something about that.
About Fearless.
Oh, and I will not dye that colorway again.
Yeah, it's gone at the end of February.
That's it. We're keeping it exclusively for that, and I really won't dye it again. And we have sold so much, and it just makes me so happy.
I'm so excited
that
we
were able to. I am too. It's funny.
Wait.
I keep going to count all the slips because I kept all the invoices or slips or whatever, packing slips, and I keep not doing it. I know.
Well, wait, we still have a week.
We do.
And I want to
so
see,
anxious.
especially with this podcast to go out, if you can swing it, y'all. It's a great, great cause. And 50% is the minimum that we're going to donate. Like we said in the last podcast, like if it's a number where it's like, okay, we need an extra $100 to get to $1,000. I know that's a little bit lofty, but like if it happens to be the case, we'll like round up.
Yeah. We will be rounding up for sure.
For sure. Because we want to donate anyway.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Yeah. I'm so happy about it because when we started, I just don't do that part of the business. You do. So I didn't have a clear vision of what it was. And then if you want to really find out about the organization, Jen and I talked and filmed it for one of my morning lives. And it's over on YouTube.
Yeah, it's right here on YouTube. So you can just go to our videos and you'll see it's a vertical video because it was filmed on a phone.
Yes, it was filmed on the phone, and it's really information. Like, I really didn't understand at all what it was all about. And now that I do, oh my gosh, it's such a great organization. And
her mom's name is Diane, right?
Diane,
yes, that's what I thought. And so these are Diane's favorite colors. Like Jen kind of gave us a palette to work with, and this is what we came up with. And I really love it.
Yes. And it's her legacy, and it's so important to her and so important to their family. And I really, really love the family. So if you can, again, you don't have to buy our yarn. You can just make a donation.
Just go donate. Yeah. For sure.
And there's a lot of other, I always forget that part. I totally forget. There's a lot of other dyers that are involved in it. So that if you're like, yeah, that color's okay, go check out all the others and how they are contributing.
Yeah. So you can go to Boston Jen. I'll put Jen's Instagram handle. I highly doubt any of you are not following her already.
Same.
But if you aren't, head over to her Instagram, and she has featured all of the makers that are contributing.
And how they are. You can even get like, there's some sort of raffles going on if you can't do a lot but you want to do something. And we don't need to say this, but every dollar counts.
Yes. And it's very well organized, very well put together. So it's, I was really honored to be even asked to participate.
Same. What you been watching?
Oh, trashy reality television. I'm the worst.
It's so funny because I actually love that about you because you're doing what you need to just relax.
To just turn out. I mean, listen, I want to be although, okay, I will say American Idol is not trashy reality television. I think American Idol is
American Idol.
Brilliant.
I don't watch it.
It just started again this past either Sunday or Monday, and I've only gotten through the first few contestants. When I hear somebody's voice that is otherworldly, it just puts my soul at ease.
What hits me is how many trained, unnoticed, amazingly talented people walk this earth.
Yes.
That never have the opportunity to
that are
use.
like, I sing in my bedroom. I'm like, what is your bedroom at the Grand Ole Opry? Like, what are you talking about?
I know, but like that is such a an untrained. Oh my gosh, I'm in awe of anyone that can sing or play anything musical. I'm in awe of because I don't have an ounce of talent in that area.
Mm-hmm.
Not an ounce. I don't understand music. I don't understand how it's even possible.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. I just absolutely freaking love it.
You do.
I do.
I get impatient, again, with all the chatter.
See, I think because I love each of the judges
You do.
so much. So it's Katy Perry, Luke Bryan, and Lionel Richie. Lionel Richie, I'm just obsessed with.
I totally believe you, and I feel like I must start watching because we are similar in what we like. But I just thought Lionel Richie, like,
oh, his soul is so pure.
I know.
And his heart, you can literally see his heart through his, like, the amount of love he exudes is so beautiful.
All right, I'm gonna have to try.
You might get bored. Like, it's honestly not for everyone. I just love, like, their personality is just really, like,
Yeah.
they pull me in. Yeah. But anyways, that's all I've been watching. Trashy reality television and American Idol.
Okay. All right.
What about
you? True Detective. We finished.
I want to start it.
Oh my gosh. Can we talk about Jodie Foster?
She's just a legend.
She's a legend. And she is amazing. I wouldn't be shocked. I'd be shocked if she wasn't recognized for this role.
Really?
I would be shocked. She's so good. I love Jodie Foster.
I have to. Maybe I'll start watching that tonight. I keep waiting for Justin, but I feel like he's never going to get to the point where he wants to watch it.
It's a commitment. Oh, you watched Ysolda.
Griselda. Giselda. Isn't Giselle Tom Brady's old wife? That old wife, ex-wife.
Griselda. Wow.
Beyond.
It was.
Did you watch?
I watched. I couldn't do the subtitles because it's not that I'm not willing to watch subtitles because I can just fall into that rhythm. A, I couldn't see them. B, they were white on white
because
sometimes.
you weren't watching on your computer. You were watching with Dad on the big
on a
screen.
TV, and it's nighttime. I don't do a lot of nighttime watching.
I only do on my computer. Like, I am 100% you in that.
That's
like,
what I would
need
do.
to have the smaller screen.
Yep, I would do that. Like, if Dad's away or Dad's out for the night, that's how I'll watch TV. I won't turn on the big TV. So I did. I also found, well, again, I had Dad telling me what was going on if I got lost. But the last, like, 2 episodes, I half read and I got it. It was really sad.
Wasn't her performance, though, like...
so good. Palpable.
It shook me to my core.
So good. So good. So, yeah, we watched that.
Yeah, that's a good one. But yeah, so I was sharing that on my lives in the morning, and a lot of people are like, I just can't do the subtitle. Which I get, like, we're knitters, we're makers, we're stitchers, we're crocheters. Like, it does provide, like, it does prevent an obstacle.
Yeah.
And I, again, if I were you and I was watching on the big screen, I couldn't do it, but I had my Musselburgh hat and I had my laptop, like, a foot away from my
I could do that.
face.
Yeah,
so.
I could do that. So we watched that. Trying to think what else. You know.
Well, Fargo. Have we talked Fargo?
Oh my lord.
We might have talked Fargo last time. I can't remember.
Oh my lord.
Fantastic. Watch it.
Hard, but watch it.
Hard. Yes. Oh yeah.
The acting. There's so much great acting out there right now. Either that or there's so much good material being provided to these amazing actors top of it.
There was that writer's strike, and now it's over. So I'm wondering if it's just like they're back in the saddle. Although all of this stuff was probably filmed prior to the writer's strike, I would think. But
Probably.
Do you want to know something interesting about the Griselda show, though? That family sued Netflix.
Yes, because you told me that.
Yeah, because they used her story without and this has happened multiple times with Netflix shows.
That's not okay.
I know.
That's not okay.
Don't know how I feel about it. I mean,
it's not okay. It's kind of like if somebody uses your colorway or
just feels like it should be illegal.
Yeah, probably is.
Yeah,
probably is. Yeah, so that I'm trying to think what else. Let's be honest. I have just settled into with this winter is the nightly news.
Oh, I love the nightly
news.
Jeopardy. Gotta.
First I watched the state news because I have fallen in love.
Anna Goober.
Anna Goober's back.
Goobs.
She was gone. She's back.
I'm really glad to hear the Goobs is back.
The other guy, I've fallen in love. When we first got here, that was so hard to watch because it was another like, oh, I'm not watching my news.
Mm-hmm.
I love them. I live to watch them every night. Then I watch the nightly news with Lester, who I love.
Obsessed.
Won't be able to watch that every night soon. It's just a bit much. And then I go right into Jeopardy. And then I go right into Wheel of Fortune.
I typically, so we haven't done that in a long time. We used to have
There's
that
something
routine.
so cozy about that.
That's it. Why is it so cozy?
I don't know. And Jeopardy, I now am 100% a Ken Jennings.
Is he the official host? No,
Yes. I think Maya Bialik left. I'm pretty sure she, which I'm disappointed.
Her.
I really loved the combo.
Yeah.
But Ken, I listened to him on a podcast, and ever since then, I really like him.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy. I really like him.
Okay.
Wheel of Fortune, I'm kind of blah about. It's just next in line.
It's just there.
But if we were watching something, I would forego the wheel. Listen to me. I'm like a 95-year-old woman.
I mean, if you are, I am.
Good. I'm glad. Good company. Okay, let's get to our books.
Books.
Holy cow.
Okay, I'm a Court of Thorn and Roses right now.
I know. I
Deep
tried.
in. I'm on the 4th book, and I am.
You're
Wait, am
loving
I on the 4th or on the 3rd? I might be on the 3rd. Whatever one I'm reading right now is the best one so far.
Okay, I read the first one. I liked it. I have to see if I listen to it, because if I listen to it, I will re-listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. I feel like I'm just not in the right generation for it.
It's very specific, but I also will say the first book, like looking back on it, definitely not my favorite.
Okay.
Not my favorite.
Yeah, I'm bored. It's not like, oh, it's awful, I don't like it, it's terrible. I'm just bored.
Mm-hmm. So the one I'm reading right now, without giving too much away, the female main character is really in her power.
Oh, I like that.
Yes, I'm obsessed.
The first one was, though, wasn't it? I kind of don't remember.
You got yes, but this is like yes, but you don't realize that also no.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, I also started. Is it Fourth Wing?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I liked it. I was like, oh, I like this, and then I didn't.
It's a very specific genre. It just might not be your cup of tea.
It used to be, though. When I was really young, it was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So wait, what are you reading at this moment?
Well, right now I'm reading like a rom-com, and I'm loving it. It's like the bookstore on Marco Island.
Oh yeah, you told me this.
Loving it. Just loving it. It's just easy. My brain, it's just like vanilla knitting. Yeah. My brain is tired. I also just read it probably will be my favorite book of the year. I can already predict that.
What are we thinking?
And it's hard to follow that.
What is it?
It's The Women.
Oh, yes.
Kristen
I'm
Hanna.
going to plug us in real quick. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait. Hang on. Sorry, y'all.
It's okay.
Let me see if I can get this to charge and record at the same time.
Oh.
Can she do it? Also, is it charging? No. All right, let's just scratch that. I'm just seeing the battery dwindle.
Okay.
I can also text Justin and have him.
I feel like we're so close.
We are so close.
We always get so close.
I know. And then it's like, all right, girls, wrap it up.
It's telling us.
Where's my charger? Come on.
Can I do it?
Nope, I got it.
It is so good.
I need to read it.
You will love it. So I listened to it. And I bought it. And I'm so glad I bought it. Because I will listen to it over and over and over again.
So what's the draw in?
It's the Nurses of Vietnam. And that was my era. Like, I remember I was very young, but I remember
there's a certain level of nostalgia there.
Yep. I remember when it ended. I remember where I was and when I heard the news. Again, I might be making it up.
And you said Vietnam, right?
Vietnam.
Yes, okay.
I have a lot that ties into it. I have an uncle who was over there that I know nothing of his story. He's never shared it. He was very high up, so I don't know what that means. But during that time, my cousins and my aunt came to live. I told you this with Graham. Well, with your great-grandma. And so I got to have my cousins during that time who have always lived far away. And Yeah, there's so much about it, and it's so well written. The story is so good. The female character, I just love.
So there's one main character.
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was like you follow a team of nurses.
It's her story, and then more people come into it.
Okay.
I loved it.
I need to read it.
It was right up there with the Kristen Hanna Great Alone, which I listened to.
Never finished it.
Oh my God. Oh, you have to.
I need to actually, I think I'm going to physically read it.
Yeah.
Because I listened,
read, and I experienced it 3 times. I loved it. This one I loved. And I hate to
like oversell it.
Oversell something, because then it's so hard to reach that. But personally, I felt so connected to it in just a lot of different ways.
And I'm sorry, is this historical fiction or is this?
I would think it's
not
true.
Story? Okay, so historical fiction.
I think it's historical fiction. I'm pretty sure that's her best.
That's one of my favorite genres, honestly.
It's not mine.
Oh, I love it.
I know, it's not mine. I don't know why.
Like The Four Winds.
Oh, yeah. Like her historical fiction. The Four Winds was one of my favorite.
Amazing.
I would have put that between that and Demon Copperfield, my number one. Yeah. So many good books. But so now I have nothing good to follow up with it. So I'm just doing rom-coms. I'm just keeping my reading muscles going. I read every single night before I... Okay, we'll be super fast.
All right. Once again, we're going to finish off our podcast on the phone.
Yeah. So that's my reading. Oh, I'm dying for another good book. I love listening to books while I work.
You are such a good...
Took a long time. I had to really build the muscle.
Do you know what it is too? Is like I don't ever have a huge chunk of time to do that because I'm with the kids all day.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
It's way different with little ones.
It is because
way different.
It's like I constantly have to have one ear out.
Yeah.
It's very hard for me to focus.
Yeah, and I do it while I'm working because I used to always, like in my studio, I had the TV, I could watch podcasts, and here I could throw them on my computer, but I don't. So I listen to podcasts, and I love when I have a good audiobook. I bought a long time ago Brandi Carlisle's Broken Horses.
Brandi Carlisle?
Yeah, country singer.
I was just going to say, isn't that a singer?
And she's a really amazing human being. She mentors people. Like I really like her. I couldn't tell you a song she sings.
Is that the same person from We Can Do Her?
Yeah, she's mentoring her daughter.
Yeah, I love Brandi. Yeah, I love Brandi Carlisle.
I think Noah Kahan, the Vermont guy that Dad is in love with. Oh my gosh, he's so good.
So good.
So good.
Yeah.
I think she's worked with him in some way. So I really like her. And so far it's good.
So wait, she wrote a book?
A biography or what do you call that?
Autobiography.
Yeah. Yeah. And so far it's interesting, but it's a good listen because you don't have to focus 100%.
I'm not a huge autobiography person.
I'm wondering if it's more of a memoir.
I'm not a big memoir person.
Depends on the person.
Yeah.
One of my favorites I ever read was iCarly. I Wish My Mom Was Dead, or it was big. It was big. It was great.
Like I'm Not Sad My Mom Died or something like that. I remember seeing that, but I never read it.
Oh, it's good. It's really good.
So, did you ever read Green Lights? Matthew McConaughey?
Yes, I listened to it.
Me too.
Yeah.
That is probably the only autobiography I'll ever say, run, buy it, listen to it.
Yeah, it's a great listen. He's a super cool guy.
It's basically a TED Talk.
It is. The only problem I had with it is I listened to him on so many podcasts that I felt like
you had already heard a lot of it.
I heard a lot of it, so I lost it for me.
I remember feeling that way about Untamed. I listened to Glennon on so many podcasts, and then I started reading it, and I was like, oh, okay, this is the tiger story.
Yeah.
This is the,
Yeah, same. Okay, one last public service announcement.
PSA time.
Okay, Brene Brown, Unlocking Us. She's back.
She's back, baby. Well, almost. When is it going to happen?
February 28th. She's going to drop podcasts every Wednesday. She is one of my favorite favorite people to listen to. I'm going back listening to a lot of the old ones, and I love Brene Brown, Unlocking Us.
Her podcast is the one, I went through a phase where I walked a lot around neighborhoods, and hers was the only podcast I could listen to and like...
So powerful.
Yeah, like it made it feel like so much more than just a walk. Like it was almost like a moment of like prayer or reflection as you were listening to her. It was very cool.
Absolutely. I know. So yeah, public service announcement. Barb and I are like, we need Brene right now. And so the fact, yesterday, all of a sudden, all these podcasts kept dropping of hers. And I'm like, is she back?
Wait, what do you mean they kept dropping? Like did she re-release them?
Re-released, which...
Yeah, she's probably just revving up the algorithm, so to speak.
Yeah, and I was like, what is going on here? I was like, oh, shoot, that's an old one. And then by nighttime, she had the trailer for the new one. So excited.
So cool.
It's the best day in the world today because of that.
I might have to go for a walk on the 28th to commemorate her first.
I'm afraid she's going to do a lot of... The first one might not be like...
It'll just be a lot of like what to expect, why I'm back, what I did while I was gone.
Which even that is going to be good. And her sisters, I love her sisters.
I just always had a hard time following who was who when her sisters were on.
Yes, this hair is very distracting to me. It's like going like this. Before I couldn't see it, so now when I go like this, then it stands up. Wait a minute. It's really bad. Yeah, Ashley and Barrett, I love their voices.
They're very funny and very smart humans.
Oh, they're so smart.
I just have a hard time like figuring out who is who when they're talking.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they're twins, aren't they?
They're twins, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Oh, they're so good. Oh, I just love... I'm so... Honest to God, Barb and I were like, this is the best day ever.
The best. Did you click your heels as you walked?
Practically. No, I was like, this is such a good day in the neighborhood.
Oh. I love that.
I know. All right. Well, we did it.
We did it. We're here.
We'll be back.
I hope you enjoyed hanging out with us.
Same.
It was really nice catching up.
It was. This was kind of really a fun...
I know. I feel like this could be a good solution just because the girls.
I agree. So I came down here. I think it's easier just because we don't have to worry. And we don't worry, but it's
exhausting. We don't have as much energy to put towards the podcast.
Absolutely. And the flow changes. And I think that's what the feeling was.
Yes, I agree.
I got to go to Costco's.
We gotta go learn some things.
You gotta go learn. What are we learning today?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Oh, they're so freaking smart.
They're so freaking smart. I'm just like not even worried. I'm like, hey.
No, I get how now when I used to meet homeschool kids, like they were so smart. And I'm not even talking book smart. I'm just talking smart.
It's like life smart.
Life smart. And Lily is practically a genius.
I mean, Mensa, here we come.
She's an artist.
She's an artist.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so we're going to go do some more learning and probably make some popcorn.
I'm going to do some buying.
You're going to do some buying of...
Needles up.
And we both have signatures.
And I say that, watch, I'm going to get home and go, yeah, I didn't go.
What's for dinner? I don't know.
No, I know what's for dinner.
What do you have
lobster ravioli because I had some with some vodka sauce and some shrimp on top of it.
Come on.
I'm practically...
You're like 5-star chef.
I am.
Is that what they're called? Michelin star chef.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're probably having cereal. Needles out.
Oh. Needles up. We'll be back.
Needles up, everyone. Bye. Thank you for being here.